Hi guys. Okay, I was gonna see if I could try to do this with my retainer. Ow. Not going to try. Retainer. Pain in the butt. So yesterday I told you guys I was gonna try to make a video yesterday, but I didn't have time to because my dad came home to make a video with using a list of yaois. Some good ones. Well, me being the idiot I am, did not save the list on my phone. So now I don't have it. So now I'm gonna try to do this by memory from the titles. If you see me kind of looking off, it's probably because I have my phone. Also, I want to do before I continue, I want to make a quick shout out to my good friend James, who lives over in Oklahoma, and to God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I could say his YouTube channel name, or I could say his real name. I want to do both. Okay, so one of my friends who's in man choir, we were talking and I was like, hey, you should check out I was telling him, yeah, I was like, hey, because we were talking about YouTube on the bus because we were at the bus, and we were just talking and telling him about my videos, and I was like, hey, you should check out my channel on Messenger and stuff. I was like, yeah, and he sent me a link to his channel. I'm like, okay, I'll check your channel out. His real name is Taylor, and he is very sweet. But his, God, I can't believe this. His YouTube channel's name is Dragon Up Your Ass. That I don't understand it. But back to Yaoi. I just thought I'd give those two shout outs. Hey guys, you just messing with my hair? Like seriously? Like okay, never mind. As you guys know, I have a habit of messing with my hair, so ignore my messing with it. Okay, so let's start with some of my favorite yaois. I think my number one favorite yaoi is probably Junjo Romantica. Because this one the story has the anime and manga have follows three different couples in a way. They each have their own storyline, but they're all intertwined somehow. I actually have a diagram. I can get on my phone. Hang on. So I'll just keep talking. I'll look for it. So in the show, the main couple, which consists of Mizuki Takashi and Kiko Yuzami. Okay, I open up my gallery. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. The first picture I see is of Taylor. I'm just like, because Messenger likes to just save photos immediately to your phone. So, pens. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, back to Jonjo. Okay, the flowchart's near the bottom. But and it follows Mizuki and Uzami, but Mizuki calls him Usagi, and that's also easier for me to remember. No, there it is. Okay, so it's like almost 11 over here right now, and I can't sleep, so I made making my video. But Uzami used to be in love with Mizuki's brother. Well, Mizuki's brother had a girlfriend and got married. Well, before any of that was found out, Mizuki had become what needed a tutor because he couldn't pass any. His grades were very low. Well, because Uzami and his Mizuki's brother Takehiro were good friends, Uzami said he would if he could have. I think it was some type of soup or something. And Mizuki found this BL novel that Uzami had written, and the two main characters in it were Uzami and Takehiro. Mizuki being 18 at the time, Uzami being 28. They're 10 years apart. Like Mizuki and his brother, because Mizuki's brother and Uzami were friends in high school. But I think the most funny thing is that he read some of it, and literally started freaking out because he knew he was there because he was just asleep. he made the mistake of running up to Yuzami's room and saying something to him, saying, yeah! Just being, and Yuzami is not a morning, does not like being woken up at all. But, he, yeah. Well, the Mizuki had to be Mizuki and start saying something about how he's taking advantage of his brother and all this stuff, and Yuzami's like, who's being taken advantage of? And Mizuki makes the mistake of saying, I think I'll do. Just leave my brother out of this. And Yuzami just basically grabs his arm and literally is like, okay, you said any guy will do, so you're a guy, aren't you? And but that was funny. Then the second couple, which is okay, fine. Kiko's one of Kiko's childhood friend, Hiroki, oh god, Kamijo. He's also known as Kamijo the Devil because he's an awesome. Because so Kamijo, what he does is the reason why he's called the Devil, Kamijo the Devil, is because some of his students do not like to pay attention in class, and well, he throws things at him. Now his boyfriend is Naoki Kusima. I can't say his last name. It's like Kose. All I can see is it says Ku Sama, Ku Sama. But Naoki, they're 4 years apart. Yes, Naoki wants to become a doctor, and he does. But they meet the reason why they get together is because Hiroki was had just kind of basically realized he could not be with the one he loved, and the one he loved was Akiko. So Akiko was in one-sided love with Takahiro. Well, Hiroki was in a one-sided love with Akiko, and basically Akiko always confided in Hiroki. Well, when he found out about when Uzami found out that he could never have Takahiro. Hiroki being Hiroki and loving Akiko decided to say, basically blindfold Uzami. Say, you can just pretend I'm your beloved Takahiro. But Uzami was not happy about that. After they did what they did, because he felt like he was like dishonoring or disgracing Takahiro, and that's so sweet. But the two of them met. Hiroki and Naoki met in the park because Hiroki and some of his friends were playing with rocket launchers, basically a rocket launcher. Well, and the rocket kind of landed right near Hiroki. Well, freaked out Hiroki, but Hiroki was crying, and Naoki just like, come with me, basically, and dragged him with him, and it was so cute. And Naoki's way of basically staying with Hiro, he basically asked Hiro if he could be his tutor. He needed a tutor because he wanted to graduate. Because he dropped out in middle school so he could start working. Because Naoki was an orphan. Which, Naoki, if I know my Japanese correctly, means typhoon. So, yeah. Now, the third couple is Miyagi-Yo. No. Yo Miyagi. I always say Miyagi-Yo because he is actually Hiroki's coworker. So, yeah. He's in love with his ex-wife's little brother. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, to Saki Ichi Hatsuki. Now, I absolutely love this one, too, because they're same exact world, actually. So they're based, because there's a couple that ties into both shows, which I will kind of talk about. I'll talk about the two, because there are two side couples for each show. I'll just talk about them, like, together, like, side couples. But the main couple for Sakeichi Hatsuki would be some, I'm gonna say his name wrong. Masamune Takano. I know I said his name wrong. And Odara Ritsu. Like I said his name wrong too. No, I said his name right. Okay. Well, Ritsu has a fiance whom he doesn't want to marry. Well, and they're child friends, and they're both only children, so you can't see that. Well, she loves him. She loves Ritsu, but Ritsu only considers her. He considers her more like a sister than a girlfriend or a fiance. Well, Takano and Ritsu were originally met each other in high school. Ritsu had confessed his love to Takano while they were in high school, and Takano basically said, "Okay, let's go out." The only reason why he said that it was because he wanted to crush the guy's dreams. Little did he know he would end up falling in love with him. But Ritsu, after they had had sex, basically had asked him how he feels about him, how Takano feels about him, and Takano kind of like that, basically covering his mouth is kind of like kind of basically laughed. I'm like, and that totally destroyed Ritsu, like from what his personality originally was. But so he became this jaded guy. He got older, but he had um basically roundhouse kicked Takano and left without a word. Well, skip forward 10 years. Ritsu quit his father's company because his dad owns a publishing house. He quits his father's company and starts working at the same company as some people. Well, so he wanted to work in literature, but he was put into the absolutely best part ever, shoujo manga. And he's not the only man working there. The entire shoujo manga, all of them are male. And his boss is someone whom he knows. It would be Masame Takano. So Takano was his boss, but at the time they didn't know that because Takano's last name actually used to be Saga. So Uritsu would call him Saga Senpai, but he didn't remember his face really, so he didn't immediately know. It basically took Takano into saying that his parents got divorced and his last name changed for Ritsu to register what the hell he was talking about. So it was really funny. But that one's adorable. The second couple would be oh gosh, I'm gonna say his name wrong. Hang on. I was being stupid. Okay. Would be oh gosh, Yoshiyuki Hattori and Chiaki Yoshino. Yeah. So Tori and has been in love with Chiaki for as long as he can remember because they're childhood friends. And Chiaki didn't really realize it, but he was also in love with him. But another one of their childhood friends is Yoyanzin. I said his name wrong. I know that. Don't correct me. Child friends, and he loves Chiaki. Well, Tori and you can't stand each other, so there's that's probably the best triangle. So it's like A, B, and C. So A and B are in love with each other, but C loves A, and B and C hate each other. So yeah. Now to the next couple would be Ko Yukina and Shota Kisa. This is so I love this one. Shota is a 21-year-old art student. And Kisa is a 30-year-old shoujo manga editor. They're 9 years apart. Kisa looks like he's in his early 20s, late teens. So that Yukina thought, oh, they're the same age. No. Because Kisa, okay, another thing about Kisa is if you've ever watched Attack on Titan, he looks a little bit like Levi. If you find certain pictures of Kisa Shota, you will see that he looks like Levi. Like, I have a picture on my phone that I can show you guys, but I don't feel like doing that right now. So, Kisa, Takunoritsu, and Tori all work together. They're all the editors. They're editors. There's another editor, but I don't know if he's straight or gay. If he's straight, I kind of want him to be with Anne, which is Ritsu's fiance, which would totally make that entire mess go bye-bye. Now let's talk about these second couples, whom I absolutely love. Which would be Zen, Kirishima, and oh god, Takafumi? Yeah, Takafumi Yokozawa. Yokozawa used to be in love with Takano, but they're just friends now. But so what happened? And Zen has a daughter because he was originally married, and they're actually just really cute together because Zen helped Yokozawa realize that Takano's never gonna give up on Ritsu, and that Zen loves Yokozawa, and Yokozawa took him a little bit, but finally realized he loves Zen as well, even though he has a daughter. And him and Yokozawa and his daughter get along perfectly, especially with the cat. Now, the second couple, whom I absolutely love. If I had to choose one of the couples for me, and hopefully my future boyfriend someday had to be, I would probably choose this couple because you have Kaoru, oh god, Asahina, I think of how to say it in the anime, and oh god, Roichi, I can't say his name. Izaka-san, I can say that. Izaka, together. Izaka, so what happened was, in the first episode, finding out that they're together, it was really funny because, watching that, it was just funny because, they were just, they've been childhood friends, basically, in a way, because Karu's father's company went bankrupt, and then he tried to commit family suicide. Well, Izaka's dad, he basically took him in, and so, so Karu became Izaka's friend, and Izaka fell in love with him, and he hated that he fell in love with him, and well, he kissed him. Izaka kissed Asahina, and Asahina freaked out, basically thinking, "Oh God, I'm screwed." But little did he know, both of them actually, that the other was actually in love with the other, because when Izaka found out that Asahina was moving and quitting the company, he found his new house. He basically said, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you quitting?" And he was running in the rain. Like, what the hell? You can't leave. And he started talking about how he kissed him before, and Asahina basically said, "I thought you had found out about my feelings towards you." And Izaka was like, "You idiot! I feel the exact same way about you." And then they got together. I was so happy. So that kills two birds with one stone. Next anime, oh god, would be Love Stage. Okay, I gotta keep track of which ones I've said. Love Stage. Oh my gosh, if you haven't seen Love Stage, watch it. Oh my god. I could talk. What the, my battery's running low. What the hell? I have you plugged in. Oh, sorry guys. I'm charging my tablet as I'm doing this. So anyway, Love Stage. OMGG. Adorable. So the main couple, they basically get they first meet when they're young kids. Well, the first boy, Izumi, had to dress up as a girl for this commercial because the original girl couldn't be there. Well, fast forward 10 years later, they want to redo a 10-year anniversary of it with the original cast. And the boy who was with Izami would not do the commercial unless Izami was there. Well, he didn't know Izami was a boy. And it was one of the best actors, one of the best newer actors in a while. And his name is Roma. Well, Roma and Izumi. When Roma finds out that Izumi is a boy, he just totally freaks out. It's like, ugh, you pervert, you cross-dressing freak. And I'm just like, whoa. And then he can't get Izumi out of his head, and he literally goes to Izumi's house and they're alone, basically tells Izumi to strip, and he basically strips Izumi, and he's just trying to, he just wants to burn the image of Izumi being a guy in his head, but to get rid of his feelings. Can't do that. You don't fall in love with the gender, you fall in love with the person. That's the truth. But it was so cute. Except that part, that was weird. Until Izumi's older brother came in and just be like, that to Roma's head. And it was so funny. But Roma fell in love, and it took a while for Izumi because Izumi actually called Roma basically like a brother, and then Roma basically kissed him saying, I am not like your brother is a freak. Because his brother is a freak. His brother's creepy, actually. And then Izumi finally falls in love with him, and it's so adorable. I'm just kind of giving you guys the simple plots, so I don't get in trouble for it. Because I don't want to give too many spoilers. Next one, Gravitation. If you want to get into the yaoi genre, I think that would be a good one. I don't remember the characters' names, but I do remember the storyline. It's, so the main couple consists of a pop star in a band called Bad Luck, who falls in love with this famous writer. Well, this writer has a dark past. Very dark past. And the musician doesn't care about his past. He just loves him for who he is, no matter what. And the writer doesn't know how to handle that. And he just falls in love. Okay, next one. Hybrid Child. By the same guy who did same mangaka as Junjo Romantica and Saki Ichi Hatsuki. This one's based a little earlier in the time period because it's around the Endo period, I believe, because there's a lot of samurai. Well, the first episode, each episode's kind of different. The first episode consists of this, basically introducing what a hybrid child is, saying that there's been multiple models too. The main characters look very similar to Mizuki and Usagi from Jonjo Romantica. And I remember watching that, I'm just like, you freak! Oh, what? So, and it's really cute because technically, in a way, I find, and it's adorable. It's, okay, it's yaoi, but it's not yaoi, if that makes sense. Because none of the couples really get together. They're just in love. None of the couples in any of the episodes really get together. Like the first couple, that one I could see happening. That's adorable. But the second couple, that'd just be weird. Because one of the older guy, he has Hatori's hair, he has Usagi's eyes, and he has Takano's face. I'm just like, no. Like, his hybrid child has Shinobu's face structure and hair, but has blue eyes. And he's adorable. But he's a kid. And he looks like a kid. So a hybrid child, they can only grow if their master or owner basically allows them, cares for them, and shows them what the world's going to be like. And his master doesn't want him to see the pain. He doesn't want him to face everything. He's afraid. Well, if he wants to grow, you should let him. Originally, this hybrid child thought the best way to do it was to, well, do it. To grow up to was to do it. It was really funny, actually. But he didn't. Thank God. Well, the only thing that happened was he kissed him and kind of started kissing down his chest, and the hybrid child, got embarrassed. He learned embarrassment from that. That was terrible. Because his owner asked him how it feels. He said itchy. And we're just like, no, you don't say that. I know that. I've never had sex. But it was just so funny. Then after that is the next one, talking about how the reason. So the last 2 episodes are actually the reason why the hybrid child were made. So the 3rd episode was kind of explaining the characters. You see the character from the 2nd episode, who's one of the couple. Then you see this guy from the 1st episode who is the creator of the hybrid child. You meet this guy who looks a lot like Ritsu, just with a ponytail. And the guy who created him looks like Takano in this episode with a ponytail. And so, yeah, you kind of guess that they're together. Not really. But the only reason why... So the guy who looks like Takano and the one who looks like Ritsu are both idiots and can't admit their feelings for each other. The very last episode, I just wanted to start crying because, and they're samurai. That's basically what they are. They're samurai. And they're in a clan. Well, it looks like Ritsu is the minister. And if the clan is defeated, their leader is most likely the target for death or for assassination. Unless someone of high rank basically says, no, I will commit suicide and let them live. Well, that's what the one who looks like Ritsu did. He committed, I believe it's seppuku, which makes sense. Which is, because that's actually illegal nowadays. Because, what it is you're, taking your, sword and stabbing yourself and either moving sideways or going up. Basically, you're moving your sword through your body and you're killing yourself. No one do that, please. I don't want to be responsible. I'm just explaining what it is for those of you who do not know. And haven't watched that Smosh episode where Ian basically commits seppuku. Because he does that. Because he literally says, seppuku! But, yeah. That's what I think he did. And the guy who looked like Takano had already started making the hybrid child. And one of them looked like Ritsu. Well, when the one who looks like Ritsu was able to start talking, one of the last things that the original one who looks like Ritsu said to him, the hybrid child said, and the hybrid child is basically a reflection of yourself. And it happened to be that part of him that loved him. I just wanted to start crying my eyes out. Oh, what's another one I can talk about before I start crying? Whew. I can't think of any other ones. If you guys have any other yaois you guys know of, please let me know in the comments below. It's 11:17. Alright, I gotta get some sleep, guys. Peace, love, and eat pasta. Wait, I don't even like pasta. Okay, love you guys. Bye.